All right, y'all. Well, we're back. This is JE Live. Appreciate you guys hanging out. And man, what a win for the LA Rams. A team that I told you guys, this Colts team is legit. Was not sleeping on them in at all. Had them losing this game by 3, and that's what we got. I see a super chat here from What's Good. I think McVay getting pass happy definitely cost us the game. Abandoning the run is definitely the reason we lost the game once we fixed special teams and having a balanced offense. This went back to, I don't know how this came up because I don't think this was today, but appreciate the super nonetheless. This was back with the Eagles game, right? So just wanted to make sure that was read. I don't know if it was read the last time. So anyway, appreciate you. And then Chase, I've had Puka as the 3rd best receiver in football since last season. It's time he is number 1. I agree. Puka Nacua is the best receiver in the National Football League. Anything that you want out of him, you're going to get, right? So Puka Nacua is a special player, man. He is a special player. That's just the reality of it. So, yeah.
They're saying my audio is bad. How is it now? Awesome. So glad that the audio sucked at the beginning. There we go. Should be fine now. Is it good? Okay. Good God. Oh, StreamYard likes to... So what you guys were hearing was my camera. Yep, my camera audio. That would explain why it sounded like I was talking through a damn tin can. But anyway, we're back, right? Goodness. Sorry about that. Anyway, I've had Puka as the 3rd best receiver in football since last season. It's time. He is number 1. Totally agree with you. Best receiver in the National Football League. Brian coming in with the super. Appreciate you. 3-1. When this team gets going, they are going to be scary. Puka is a freaking machine. Definitely the best receiver in the NFL. A lot of best receivers in the NFL. Brian, appreciate you there. I agree. Matthew, thank you for the 10. The Colts have a good team. This win and the way they played when needed says a lot. Shore up that offensive line and quit shooting ourselves in the foot. There isn't a team out there that they can't beat. I agree completely. Appreciate you, Matthew. We have a new member on the channel. We got Butters. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. And Ian is also a member of the channel, so appreciate you both for becoming members. Autocorrect is horrible on this. Always ideas. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, I don't really know. If you're doing it on a phone, it's probably a setting on your phone, but yeah. Typing, I've learned this. Typing on a super chat, for whatever reason, it's delayed on the YouTube app, and I don't know what to do with it. But anyway, appreciate that. Stefan Fisher, you called that damn Tutu bomb? Yeah, so obviously I'm a big believer in self-scouting and doing prep, and went back and I watched the DTR episode just to make sure exactly what I said, and I literally called the Tutu bomb. And I also called the Puka Nacua red zone touchdown. So we're cooking with gas in this one, man. I don't normally get ones like that, but that was huge. I appreciate you acknowledging that. Jinja, how you doing? Look what happens when you target Tutu. 3 targets, all 3 he was open, 1 throw missed, 1 PI, and the final sealed the game. Also, feed Kyron, not Corum. We're just in unison there. I agree completely. Absolutely love the way you put it. Tutu really kind of built up this game. That pass interference call makes it easier for them to go down and throw that touchdown to Puka Nacua. So what a fun game, man. What a fun game. What is wrong with our offensive line, Jake? Pretty bad today. Thoughts? Colts have a really good defensive front. Really love the development from a Tyquan Lewis on the outside. A player that I wasn't very high on coming out, but admittedly, but he's become really good. And you got Kwity Paye, and you guys told me Latu, and I liked him, but I didn't like him as much as you guys did. Thought Jared Verse was better, and I was way higher on Chop Robinson. But Latu is him. He's legit. He makes plays. He is a problem. You go back, you watch that play. I understand it was not Tutu Atwell. I understand it was Tua Tagovailoa. But watching him drop into coverage and be that fluid with it, he's a special player, guys. Tua Tagovailoa. Good Lord. I can't even say it. Latu is a special player. So he was a problem today. He was. And then also you have to worry about DeForest Buckner and, of course, what's his face from, is it Albany? No, I forget what it is. Albany State. What is it? Grover Stewart. That's his name. Yeah. So those guys created havoc up front. Also worth mentioning, no one mentioned in the comments section unless I missed something. Steve Avila was active, but he did not start today. That tells me that they're waiting until the 49er game on Thursday to use him. I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. I just need him back ASAP. They need him, right? It was a great day to be a Rams fan. I can tell you that. We'll get more into it, but that's what's really wrong with the offensive line. I think once Steve Avila's back, the pass protection will be a lot better. They can run the football. They can run it all day. That was my biggest issue with Sean McVay today. 13 carries for Kyron Williams. Are you kidding me? 13 carries for Kyron Williams. He had 77 yards. Fumble wasn't his fault. I'll defend him till I'm blue in the face. Matthew Stafford, way too high of a handoff. And he was also about to miss him anyway. So it just was a bad exchange, and it happened. But yeah, anyway. HAV, thank you for the 10. Very stressful game, but 2-2 for the win. Puka number 1, and looking forward to seeing everyone on Thursday. Very looking forward to it, right? It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see all of you guys there. I'm going to be, of course, with the roundtable guys, NFC West roundtable, but I will be at SoFi Stadium on Thursday. It's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun. And man, we're having fun. The Rams are 3-1. They should be 4-0, but this looks just like a Super Bowl team. Like I was saying, there's some things they got to clean up. There are some issues I have, but the fact they're winning games despite these issues I have says a lot. They're going to be so good down the stretch, guys. I'm telling you right now. Zaylor Swift, thank you for the 2. Omar Spates needs to tighten up. I like Spates. I thought he had a pretty good game today. Didn't really have any issues with him, but I have to go back to the tape, I guess. Appreciate you, Zaylor. Derek with the 5. Great game. Had me on the edge of my seat. Let's go. Rams just ordered my Stafford Midnight Mode jersey. Will you enjoy it? The thing is really cool. It's grown on me significantly. I have 2. The Puka Nacua one, which hasn't even been worn yet. And then the Jared Verse one, which I hung in the background for a little bit. Then I kept forgetting to take it down for my Yankees show. And now, Judge is up there with Kello. Appreciate you, Derek. Dean, do you have... I don't know what that means. Era data plan on... I don't know. Camera? I'm not really sure what's going on here, but Dean, I appreciate the super nonetheless. Rampage, thank you for the 5. Offense looked good when the ball was spread around in the pass game late there. LFG horns up, Jake. Absolutely. It's all about spreading the rock around. We talked about it all week, guys. Did a separate video on Jordan Whittington, 1 catch for 7 yards. Really inexcusable there. And then I did one on Tutu Atwell, 1 catch for 88 yards and a touchdown on 2 targets. I'm hoping that they start moving around the ball because, Devontae Adams had 6 targets for, 4 for 56 and a touchdown. Atwell had a touchdown, 88 yards, and then Nacua had 170 yards, 13 catches and a touchdown. I understand you have Nacua, you have Adams, but if you want to make it easier on them and have more of a quality, every time it's a target, it's a quality target, spread the ball around. You need to utilize the tight ends more too. I definitely, I'm very happy that they won this game. We'll get into it. We're going to get under the hood and everything, talk about it. Don't you worry. This is a reaction. This is a recap, all that good stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm covering all the super chats early on so I don't forget any. And we'll get to more if I, whatever. But all right, SoCal, appreciate the 10. Week 4 shows me the offenses can't get it together. I still have this team 10-7, 11-6. McVay's play calling is getting spotlight again, 3-2 pass, and no Ferg again. Might as well trade him. SoCal, appreciate the 10. I would just say let's pump the brakes a little bit. I'll try to take you off the ledge a little bit, but I'm not as out on them as you are. I just have some concerns. This team is definitely a 14-13 win team, so I don't think any 10-7 is in play here. I think they're going to have no issue. They're going to beat the 49ers. They're going to beat the Ravens. They're going to beat the Jaguars. and go in the bye with only one loss against the defending Super Bowl champions. I feel very confident in saying that. But appreciate that. And then Kyle, thank you for the 5. Game ball goes to number 10, the Colts. What a tailgate section you're going to be in on Thursday. That's a great question. One I don't have the answer to currently. So I'll need to find that out and get that to you guys because I'm not sure where our tailgate will be for the roundtable. But if you haven't already gotten in on the event, there should be some tickets left over on the NFC West roundtable YouTube channel. Yeah, we're doing like a whole event, right? You know, we're at a restaurant. We're going to be doing a live podcast the day of. Like, it should be a lot of fun. So definitely be sure to get in on that if you can. John, and I have to go back to this. Yes, Adonai Mitchell, feel for the guy. Gave up a touchdown, literally just dropped it, and it went out of the back for a touchback. And then in addition to that, he held on a play that sprung Jonathan Taylor for a touchdown. You have to feel for him. That's tough. John, thank you for the 5. Jake, it seems as if the Rams are holding back because when they go for it for real, they destroy other teams. What do you think? I don't think they're holding back. I think my dad has said this as long as I can remember with Sean McVay. Sean McVay will look at what is working, and his first thought is not, I can keep doing this until they stop it, but rather, well, now I got to make sure that I anticipate them figuring it out before they figure it out. And so he'll change up things that are obviously working. And again, running the football once again in a very close game through and through, there's an abandonment of the run. I still think the Colts didn't run the ball nearly enough. I thought they had Daniel Jones throwing way too much in this game. I thought he looked good. The 2 interceptions, it sucks for him, but I thought he looked really good today, and the Colts are legit. My hat's off to the Colts. I'm excited to watch their run this year because they are going to win that division. They are a very good football team, guys. Very good football team, and they had every opportunity to put the Rams away, and they made some mistakes, and there was even an unforced error against the Rams, and Rams very, very easily could have lost this game. This game came down to the wire. So give the Colts all the credit. It was a great game. They always are. I mean, last time the Rams played at Lucas Oil, the Rams dominated, and then Anthony Richardson made a feverish comeback and sent it to overtime, and then Puka Nacua had the game-winning touchdown. So this time, we didn't go to overtime, but Tutu Atwell basically had the game-winning touchdown. And then Cam Curl had his second interception. Huge game for Cam Curl. We love that for him. Interviewed him on the lounge earlier in the year, so extra special there. To see him getting 2 interceptions in this one. Blaze Rudolph, thank you for the 5. The Colts beat themselves today, but the Rams defense was lights out. Tutu with the clutches on his career to make the defender trip over his own feet. Oh my God. People don't realize how crafty Tutu Atwell is because they just see a small guy who's really fast. So they just think, oh, he just runs in a straight line. Atwell can make that double move. And this is the problem. When you don't utilize Atwell nearly enough, he doesn't get an opportunity to show you he can do more than just run straight down the field. And it was not one of those where he just ran by the guy. He had to school him, broke his ankles. So shout out to Tutu Atwell. You've always been a baller. You've been held back by the coaching staff, whether people want to admit it or not. And I'm really happy for Tutu. I've always been a fan of his, from the time that, his rookie year after he was drafted, because obviously I'll be the first one to tell you I didn't like the pick when he was drafted, but I always felt like he was unfairly treated and held to a ridiculous standard, saying he's not Creed Humphrey. He's never been given an opportunity to be Creed Humphrey at his position. He's never been given an opportunity to be a starter. And every time his number's called, he comes through. You go back and you look last year against the 49ers, and he has over 90 yards, and he clinched that game. Right? So there are a lot of different games where they've needed a score, they've needed a big play, and Tutu has come through, and it gets kind of just swept under the rug because the Rams just continue to underutilize him. But today, he won them the game. That was huge. And he's the one that pointed out there were only 10 guys on the field. He pointed out. So shout out to Tutu. Clone Troopers on leave. Thank you for the 10. Like the name. Great win today. Love to see the boys come through. Very gritty win. My parents were at the game all the way from Florida for Mom's birthday. Might be there Thursday. Any chance they could come see y'all? Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going to be, but I will be in the arena. I know that. So when I get more information on the tailgate, I'll probably announce that on a JE Live. I'll be flying out Wednesday morning, and I'm leaving Friday morning. So, yeah, I'm trying to see all of you guys. And don't worry if I don't see you. I'll be back at SoFi in December against the Lions. My dad is coming with me, so you'll get to meet Mr. Ellenbogen and myself, my dad, Jason. Big reason, the only reason why I'm a Rams fan, because he raised me to be one. So you guys will get that opportunity if you want. That'll be in December if I don't get a chance to see you this time around, because I'm not going to be in LA that long. It's just from Wednesday to Friday, and if you could even call it that. I mean, Friday I'm barely going to be there. I'm leaving at like 5 a.m. Chase, thank you for the 5. Verse timing the snap, running over the center was beautiful. Also, great call on the Jags over the 49ers. Yes, sir. The Jaguars won. What did I tell you guys? That defense, I don't care what people say. The Jaguars got a good defense. Look, the Rams are going to have to play against them, and we'll get into it because that was a huge win. This is a good day to be a Rams fan because now the Rams are 3-1. They're 2-0 at home. Their only losses against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the best loss that you could have right now. And it happened, mind you, it happened at the final play of the game when they had a chance to win, as good a chance as any, right? So currently, right now, the Rams are in a 3-way tie for first place in the NFC West. The Rams have a plus 19 point differential. The 49ers have a plus 5, and the Seattle Seahawks have a plus 44. But the Arizona Cardinals are 2-2 in last place. They're still not a bad team either. So that came down to the wire against Seattle. Rams clearly look like the best team in the NFC West, and they're not playing the easiest schedule either, like the 49ers are. So, yeah, I expected them to lose this game. I expected the Jaguars defense to step up, and I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan, but shout out to him. He got it done. And yeah, I don't know what you guys would call that, but I thought that was Bush League and very dirty at the end when they're trying to kneel the ball. And you had those guys, Fred Warner and all those guys, jump into the snap and trying to force a fumble or whatever. And, you know, I'm just a big believer in player safety, and I just absolutely hated that. And yeah, so... You know, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I thought that has no place in the league. And yeah, I had an issue with that for sure. Cheeky Metro, we live and die by Puka. That's true. When they had to have the third down, they gave it to him. When they had to have it on fourth down at the goal line, they finally threw to Puka Nacua. I said this on DTR with Alexis. I'm like, hello, you got Puka Nacua. Why are you not throwing to him in the red zone, right? If you can't score in the red zone, get it to Puka. And this team struggles to defend in the red zone. We talked about that. So that was a big thing. Man, the super chats are flying tonight. Really appreciate you guys. Whew. All right. Roger, thank you for the 5. SoFi was rocking. Section 206 was loud the whole game. See, that's the thing. I really am starting to notice that SoFi Stadium is really starting to feel like a home field advantage. And people will laugh because they don't watch the Rams games. So don't listen to the casuals out there who turned on Red Zone, maybe saw a few plays, and just called it a day. If you watch the Rams games, whether you're at SoFi or not, you watch the Rams games through their entirety, and you could tell this is becoming a home field advantage. Say what you will. And also, Henry, I am going to definitely do that. Unfortunately, a very nice man who I met, I only met once. He ran Golden Ram Barbershop. Sal Martinez passed. He was the fan of the year, the Rams fan of the year. Unfortunately, he had just recently passed, so I just want to give a shout out to him. I know he meant a lot to the Ramley, and also a shout out to his family. Prayers obviously go out, and I can't imagine, what they're going through at this time. And all I can say is I hope the Rams win it for Sal, man. Good dude. A lot of people, when you have that much of an impact on an entire community, it's just really telling. So big shout out to Sal Martinez, who passed away. And, obviously I'm wishing his family nothing but the best. So I appreciate you, Henry, for pointing that out. I wanted to bring that up. I wasn't sure when I was going to bring that up, but I figured, right when you put that in there, that was a good point. So thank you for doing that. But as far as that goes, Zaylor, the Niners should be scared right now. Our D-line can fly. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. The 49ers are not as good as the Rams are. They're playing on the road, and I know they're going to have a good home field feel, right? They're going to have good, they always travel well. But I'm telling you, Brock Purdy, he turns the ball over. And this is not a defense you want to turn the ball over to. This defense will take the ball away. In the 2 games that Brock Purdy has played this year, he has 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in each of them. In each of them. So, say what you will, but I have not been overly impressed with Brock Purdy. I know he always plays well against the Rams. I think last time he had 3 touchdowns. I feel really good about Thursday. I think Steve Avila is going to be kicking ass up front. He's going to be playing left guard, and the Rams are going to have opportunities to move the ball around, in my opinion. The Rams will have the opportunities to move the ball around now more than ever because they're going to have that left guard pass protecting. Dedish, there's no doubt in my mind Dedish can run block, but can he pass protect? No, he cannot. He struggles mightily. So getting Avila back, and I think this was think about this, guys. I think that this was a strategic move from Sean McVay. He deserves a lot of credit for. Knew that they could win without Avila, and maybe Avila could have played, but it is so much better to know that he got this whole day off, and now next week, on a short week, they're going to have him for the 49er game. I love that. I'm excited for him to be back. I'll tell you, they were only 16 reps in pass pro, but those 16 on tape, you should get really excited because that was against a good Texans defensive front, and he held up very well. So I'm very high on Steve Avila, and as long as he stays healthy, I think we're going to start to see some consistency with that offensive line, and Stafford isn't going to be running for his life. Right now, the issue is there's not a lot of things that they can do because the pass rush gets there so quickly right now, and Stafford has to get rid of the ball so quickly. Thank you for the super. Puka 42, 504, and 1 through 4 games. He's on pace for 170 receptions and 2,000 plus yards. Crazy. Absolutely. It's nuts. As a matter of fact, so Puka Nacua right now is on pace for, I think I said 2,500 yards. He's on an absolute tear. He's on a tear. The real A-Dog, appreciate you for the 5. Huge win for us, Jake. Me happy. I'm happy too, my friend. I'm happy too. You've been a long time listener and supporter of the channel, so I just wanted to make that clear. Really appreciate you as always. Jesse Johnson, thank you for the 5. Good win, Jake. The 2-2 touchdown was a beauty. Let's go, Rams. Okay, I'm going to need my dad here, who I know is in the chat. I think I saw him earlier. I'm going to need him to have my back on this. I actually called the Tutu Atwell touchdown. Now, I didn't tweet it out. I didn't make a video of it. But right before the touchdown happened, I said, wouldn't it be cool if Tutu Atwell caught a game-winning touchdown here? Literally, as the play is happening, bomb to Tutu Atwell. And they have the go-ahead touchdown. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. I had, friends and family over, as I always do. It's why I don't go live. It's why I don't do the, I know a lot of people are like, hey, I would totally have a hangout with you. It would be so much fun to do a watch party. I've done them before, but typically speaking, it's hard for me to do watch parties because that's my time where I get a chance to be with my family and my friends, and I get to watch the Rams. So, Yeah, that's why I don't do watch parties. I know people are asking me like, why don't you do it? You're leaving so many views on the table. Oh, I know. But hey, you gotta still have some enjoyment, right? You still gotta keep, your love for what you're doing intact. Ian, thank you for the 10. Let's be real. The Ravens don't look that great. The Rams are going to play them with extra rest because of Thursday Night Football. Rams can really go on a win streak here. I could see them only losing 1, maybe 2 more games. This is really what I was getting at, and it was before the Ravens. Okay, so the Ravens didn't look good today at all. But even before that game, think about this, right? The Rams are 3-1. I believe they're going to beat the 49ers and go 4-1. They're going to beat Baltimore and go 5-1. They're going to beat Jacksonville and London and go 6-1, go into the bye at 6-1. Okay? Now, at 6-1, they come out of the bye and play against the Saints team that has given teams a run. They'll be competitive, but I think the Rams are better, 7-1. I think they'll beat the 49ers in San Francisco when I'm there, 8-1. I think they're going to beat Seattle with the midnight mode uniforms on, 9-1. Maybe they lose to Tampa on Sunday Night Football, but I can see the Rams beating Tampa. I can see the Rams beating Carolina. Like, there aren't many losses on this schedule if they just continue to control what they can control. That's the thing. That's just the reality of it. This Colts game became a lot tougher, and they still found a way to overcome it. They have one loss, and keep this in mind, right? So they're 3-1 this year. And if we're being honest here, if you want to go back to the last time the Rams legitimately lost a game where they tried to win, they played their starters, the Rams haven't lost to a team other than the Eagles since November 11th against Miami. That is the last legitimate loss the Rams have had, because they lost to Seattle 30-25. That game still came down the wire, and you were playing your backups. So, reminder, the Rams, some people may not want to hear it because it's just like, it is what it is, right? So the Rams are what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're 9-3. They're 9-3 in their last 12. And the 3 losses include, all 3 of them are to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Rams haven't lost to a team other than the Philadelphia Eagles in that span. So, yeah. Ian, I agree with you. I feel really good about this team. You guys know that. I have them winning the Super Bowl before the season, but still. Deb, I appreciate it. So I trust. People were saying Stafford was off again today. I say he got pressured a lot. I think sometimes he gets blamed when we should blame the O-line. Stafford missed one throw that I legitimately was like, yeah, he missed it. He missed the Higbee throw. Aside from that, I don't think Stafford missed anywhere near as many throws as he missed last week. He was much better. Much better, guys. Way better. So I do think at some point or another, the offensive line just becomes a little too much. That's just the reality of the situation. I love that you brought that up, Deb. You know I'm a big Stafford fan, but I also kept it real last week. That was probably the most critical I've ever been of Matthew Stafford. I think in a lot of instances, Stafford cost the Rams the game against the Eagles. He missed a lot of layup throws. He missed the Puka Nacua throw, towards the end of the half. He missed the Davante Adams throw. He missed multiple Davante Adams throws. He missed the Tutu Atwell throw. I mean, look, Stafford is legit. He is. But he's going to have a bad game, or maybe he's not himself. He doesn't have too many of them. But last week, he had that. This week, he did not. He was ready to go. It's why he ends up with 375 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, he was sensational today. And I also want to make it very clear how much pressure Matthew Stafford is dealing with. And I'm not talking about mentally. I mean, physically pressured by defenders. The offensive line is going to get better. They're struggling right now. They've also had injuries. I still don't think Kevin Dotson is 100%. So there's a lot of pressure on Matthew Stafford every single play. He has to get rid of it quickly. He had 2 drops from Blake Corum that really cost him. I thought he was great today. I really did. Maybe he missed Tutu Atwell on that one throw. He definitely missed Higbee. For the most part, Stafford was locked and loaded. Like, I was really, really high on what I saw from Stafford. Darius with the 50. Everyone drop a W in the chat. Really appreciate you, Darius. As always, shout out to Jake and all the Ramley. Great win. As for all the overly emotional and negative Rams fans trashing the team and coach after every single bad play, pipe down, you. Also, shout out to Matthew and all of us down south, Rams fans. Appreciate you, Darius. Yeah, this is one of those wins where you're like, you know what? It's really hard to win the National Football League. It is just really, really hard to win in the NFL. This is one of these games where if you look at the St. Louis Rams, do you know how many games the St. Louis Rams or even the LA Rams in 2016, how many times the Rams are like, you're sitting there as a fan, you're like, we should be winning this game. How are we not winning this game, right? This Rams team wins those games. If you're wondering the difference between a Jeff Fisher and a Sean McVay, well, here you go. McVay, I still think is an issue. His play calling, I still think he abandoned the run. I mean, in a game that was this close, Kyron only having 13 carries when he had 77 yards on them, I had an issue with that. I don't think the offense is diversified enough. I have an issue with their cornerbacks. We'll get into that. But here's the deal. When push came to shove and they had to have it, they came through. Jared Verse forces the strip sack. Cam Curl calls game on the interception. He had an interception earlier in the game. Both were incredible plays where he had to step up and get in front of the guy and make some sort of Herculean effort. This is what the 2025 Rams are. This is what they are. Guys, we were told this week 1. Actions speak louder than words. You don't think week 1 was tough? Week 1, Landman punches the ball out. You had a fumble at the goal line with Colby Parkinson. Don't forget that. Texans are driving down the field, and then Landman, when it looks like, oh my God, are we about to blow this game? Landman punches it out. Week 2, that game is close against the Titans. They're playing hard. The rookie makes a great play, right? Now about 9 minutes left, it's a game. Rams just turn on the Jets. They take off. Week 3, oh, you struggled to start the game off the right way? Week 3, they turned it on turbo mode. They had them by 19. And it took everything in the kitchen sink for them to blow that lead. It took 2 not missed kicks, blocked kicks. We won't get into the awful officiating last week. We won't get into that. But the point being is that the Rams only lost this year, came down to the wire on something that doesn't happen very often. Although don't tell Raiders fans that. They watched Daniel Carlson, who is going to drill that field goal. They watched him get blocked, and the Bears are now 2-2, and the Raiders are 1-3. So it does happen, but it doesn't happen all the time. So, yeah. Hey, my dad is a member. Appreciate you, Dad. Shout out to Dad. It was it was so fun watching that game. I really enjoyed that. It was just, I don't know, it was one of those games where sometimes maybe I feel like my viewership, they listen to me, but maybe we disagree. What do you guys think? How did you feel about the Colts game? Did you feel nervous? Did you feel good? Because to me, I wasn't nervous. I don't really get nervous. Like, I felt really good about the Eagles game. Felt like the Rams would win. And I wasn't shocked at the result because it's the Eagles. But, I never got nervous until, like, the end. The Colts, my biggest thing was this. The Colts are a good football team that people are overlooking. And they proved that today. And this is a great, great loss. If you could have a great loss on your resume, the Rams losing to the defending Super Bowl champions by a block kick, and the Colts losing at the end like that. This Colts team is legit. They are legit. They're going to win that division. They're going to win a lot of games this year. I think they win 10, 11 games, and Daniel Jones is for real. I thought he played really well, aside from those 2 turnovers, and I thought there were better plays on the football made by Cam Curl, but aside from those 2 turnovers, I really liked what I saw. Hector, thank you for the super sticker. I would tell you, I would share the super sticker, but since it's StreamYard, it just says super sticker. But we appreciate you. Christopher, my friend, how you doing? Amazing win. Thank you for the 20. Amazing win. Much needed. Really hope that Steve comes back against San Francisco, and I'll see you in LA. Yes, you will, my friend. Yes, you will. And you'll see me in San Francisco as well. Although they don't actually play in San Francisco, which is the funniest part about it. But appreciate you, Chris. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Haven't seen a Rams game since, well, the Eagles game at SoFi. So hopefully it's going to be a lot better than that, I believe. But appreciate you. And Man of Paradox, thank you for the 10. I was at war with the Tutu haters for the past few weeks on Facebook. Rams win, Tutu wins, Jake wins, and Man of Paradox wins. Hey, we love that. How about that? I've been there, done that, man. It happens. Remember Akello Witherspoon, all the hate that he was getting, and I kept pushing back against him, and then he had the tip drill interception off the helmet to save the Rams season. NFL analytics called it the most impactful play of the NFL season in 2024. That was me. So it is, hey, stick to your guns. It doesn't matter that you're in the minority of any sort of take. If you believe in it, don't back down from it. I'm sure there were people out there back when Tom Brady was drafted that were like, I believe in this guy. I think he's going to be really good. And then they backed off from drafting him because someone else said he wasn't a good pick. I'm telling you, stick to your guns. It doesn't matter if you're wrong or right. It just matters that you're doing what you believe in. And I'll never, conflict integrity and all of that when it comes to like my feeling, my belief in what I watch and my takeaways. I'm never going to muddy that to be right. That's the reality of it. So, Melissa, thank you for the 5. Can we address the obvious? What is going on with Ferg? We need answers. Waste of a pick, if not used soon. Yeah, Melissa, I'm really annoyed by this development because there were other tight ends that I wanted, but I trusted the Rams with Ferguson. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't mean to use the past tense to act as if like I don't trust the Rams, but the idea that Ferguson can't get out there on the field, and I know they scored 27 today, but this offense is not a well-oiled machine right now. It would be different if Tyler Higbee's 2 catches for 25 yards was 7 catches for 85 yards. It's not. Currently, tight end, they throw to, they're just window dressing novelty, okay? So I am at that point where I'm like, it can't be that bad. Throw Ferg out there, get him involved, use him as a threat. He doesn't have to play every snap, but it's a little ridiculous. And I'm sorry, you're going to tell me that Gerald Everett was more NFL ready than Terrence Ferguson? I don't know about that. I don't know if I buy that. So anyway, Melissa, I'm with you. That will be in a video this week. Well, I'll try to make it in a video this week because I do want to touch on that. It still is something that's bothering me. Appreciate the super. Courtney, thank you for the 5. Jake, you are the voice we need to hear after a Rams win or loss. You are goated. Go Rams. Thank you. I appreciate all the nice things that you just said about me. No, I try to be the voice of reason. I'll always put my little spin on it, but yeah, I'm glad you like my voice because it ain't going anywhere. Sanj, thank you for the 20. Great W. But really get frustrated seeing Tyler Warren getting carries as a tight end, but we can't find a way to get one of our best size athletes on the team and Terrence Ferguson even on the field. Totally agree with you. It's hard to watch. Colston Loveland, not today, he was out, but Colston Loveland get going in game 2, get utilized a little bit in the passing attack. Tyler Warren, they run an offense through. Harold Fannin Jr., watching him with the Browns, right? seeing that around. Daniel Helm, or no, Gunnar Helm. There we go. Gunnar Helm is like being utilized on the Titans. He's probably got 7 or 8 catches to this point. So that's frustrating too. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm kind of sick of seeing that too, to be honest with you. But I appreciate the super. We'll see what ends up happening with Ferguson. Maybe it's a bye week thing. I'm not going to bet on anything when it comes to Ferguson, one way or the other. But L Pineapples, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Hector, thank you for the 5. Felt sorry for Mitchell today, but at the same time, I don't. Corum needs to work catching the football out of the backfield. Where's Ferguson, Jake? It's a big one, man. A lot of Ferguson talk, okay? It's going to get louder. So I hope Sean McVay and company are ready for this, because if Ferguson is not ready to go, I mean, let me just be clear. It's not like they were raving about him in camp. It's not like they were oozing about it. It's not like oohing and ahhing about him, right? It's not like Ferguson was on a tear. Like, oh, he's turning heads in camp. It's not like we ever heard that. But when you come out and say, yeah, we were going to draft this guy at 26 if we stayed, well, now people have their eyebrows start to light up a little bit, right? Their eyes start to widen. The heads start to turn. When you don't see him, it's like, okay, the injury, I get it, can go one way or the other, but man, I don't know. I don't know, but appreciate it. Appreciate the super, Hector, and I agree with you guys for sure. Paul, thank you for the 10. First of all, thanks for all the amazing content. I don't know. Well, of course, you're welcome. Thank you for thanking me for the amazing content and calling it amazing. I don't know why coach continues to keep these games so close. Why do you believe the coach continues to struggle to create cushions whenever we can? Because I think it's exactly what my dad has been saying. I think when Sean McVay sees something that works, instead of just, and this is part of being a super genius, I think Sean McVay is too smart for his own good at times, because my dad has always said, when Sean McVay gets things going, he's not looking to stick to that until they stop it. He's thinking more like galaxy brain, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I think he's actually really smart, that he's like, I want to be ready because I want to adjust before they adjust. And it's like, no, sometimes you have to be linear in your play calling. And if they can't stop the run the damn ball. Like, you lost to the 49ers because Kyle Shanahan said, you know what? They can't stop Christian McCaffrey. They can't stop Deebo Samuel. I'm going to run the ball 40 effing times and make them stop us. And if they can't do it, well, then that's going to be tough shit for them. And guess what? That's how they won 31-10 in primetime. That was a few years ago. There's no reason why Sean McVay can't be like that. There's none, zero. Corum, until this game, had run pretty well. Kyron is running well. There's no excuse. None. Zilch. So, yeah. That, I think right now, I tend to believe if they just ran the ball more and they spread out the touches, I think it would just make their offense click a little bit more, but that's just me. Love the super. Appreciate you, Raul. Cheeky, thank you for the 10. Philly still had a close game. I think we were a better team through the season. I agree. I think the Rams are better than Tampa as well. They had a shot. They did. They absolutely had a shot. Jordan, what's up? Yo, Jake, honest opinion, what's the next 3 years look like for you for Rams drafts and trades? Hope you, Ben G, nice jersey. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's not the one that you sent me with our little jersey thing. It's actually Jordan Whittington. 88 problems. Maybe someday they'll actually use him, right? But anyway, what was it? You were asking about the next 3 years. So that is a good question that I don't know how to answer. Part of me feels like the Rams are going to forego drafting a quarterback, and they're going to potentially trade for a disgruntled, whether that's a Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, and they're going to use their first round picks to add more and maybe add like a safety or, like a corner or a left tackle or right tackle, what have you. I don't know why. I kind of get the feeling that's the direction they'll go in, and they'll get a lot of flack for doing it, but Sean McVay will be like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, I know that this is the right move. And you know what? I can't really blame them if they decide to go in that direction. So I just think that I just have a feeling, because Sellers is probably going to go number 1 overall. I kind of feel like they're going to forego this draft for quarterback, and they're going to end up trading for one. Like right now, if I had to guess any quarterback, it's probably Dak Prescott as the Rams quarterback. And like maybe they stick with, Jimmy Garoppolo next year or something. Not next year, because Stafford will be the quarterback next year, but the year after is maybe Jimmy Garoppolo. They like him a lot. I don't know. I don't know how to feel right now. Personally, I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan. Love Joe Burrow, but I feel like he could be damaged goods at this point because of how much damage he has from playing behind that porous offensive line in Cincy. Dak Prescott has been blocked well. It's really the defense that's the issue. They move the ball in Dallas. I don't know. I think Dak probably makes the most logical sense if they can figure out that contract. So it's a tough question, but I tried to answer it the best I could. Hopefully that worked, Jordan, but I appreciate you. Max with the 5, thank you. I was at the game for my 18th birthday. My birthday was yesterday. Well, happy 18th birthday, Max. Chugga Tutu, or Chugga Tutu. Puka, 170 yards, hell of a win. That's the type of game you want to go to for your birthday. Absolutely. A lot of excitement. 3 receiving touchdowns. Those are the fun days. Wolf P, thank you for the 2. Would totally show you the super sticker, but again, just says super sticker. Cheeky, thank you. The hater said we have no run D before the season. I'm glad we proved him wrong. Yeah, I'll be honest, Jonathan Taylor definitely could have just run whatever he wanted to do today. He did a really nice job. But the Rams, when they had to stop him, they did make those stops. So yeah, I thought they were pretty solid against him. Dude 1988, thank you for the 5. 700 plus viewers, sub, 250 likes. Come on, folks. Show Ramley some love. Great takes, Jake. Hey, I appreciate that. Yes, it would do me a huge favor if you guys could hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, a lot of Rams content on this channel. So if you're a Rams fan, this is the place for you. But also be sure to hit the like button. Also known as the thumbs up button, because when you like the video, it just tells YouTube that you like the video, and they're more likely to recommend it. So yeah, would do me a huge favor, and I really appreciate it. They talked a lot about how good Mumfield was in camp, and we never see him either. Yeah, but Mumfield was also a 7th round pick, so that makes more sense. The 2nd round pick, not seeing him, well, I don't know how to feel about that, but appreciate you. And then Preston, do you think they should sign Gilmore? I do not. I actually think they should make a trade for one of the guys. Now, I didn't see how it ended with Alontae Taylor. I hope he's okay. I saw that he got banged up. If he's clean injury-wise, he's on the list. Blaine Grisak and I have been kind of putting our heads, against, each other for this and kind of figuring it out. We were trying to, think of a realistic trade target to bolster cornerback. And I think we both really like Cam Taylor-Britt of the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are probably going to be 1-3, or what is it, 2-2? I think they're 2-1 right now. They lost last week to the Vikings. So they're going to be 2-2 after they go to Denver on Monday Night Football. That is going to be an absolute travesty. I don't see that game being at all close. Unfortunately for Jake Browning, who I don't think is bad, but offensive line's bad. Broncos defense is really good. So yeah. Point being, Cincinnati is not going to have Joe Burrow. So because of that, Cincinnati is not really going anywhere. And since they're not really going anywhere, I think they're more likely to trade away a rental cornerback in Cam Taylor-Britt. And Cam Taylor-Britt is very talented. I'm going to have a video on this throughout the week. Cam Taylor-Britt's very talented. I also like Cordale Flott for the Giants. I like him. I like Alontae Taylor with the Saints. So those are just some guys that I'm looking at, but Cam Taylor-Britt would be my target right now. And there's some other guys, like how good are the Browns going to be? They were competing against the Lions today. They beat the Packers. And then, of course, the Lions just ran them over. But how good are the Browns going to be? Are they going to be contenders? I don't think so. So I could see them trading. You know, what does that look like, right? Is that a Greg Newsome? Is that a Denzel Ward? I don't know. But those are some corners to keep an eye on. I personally wouldn't sign a 35-year-old Stephon Gilmore and have to pay him anything more than what I'm already paying my corners. Lil Smoke, 213. Horned DF up. Appreciate you, Lil Smoke. And Deb, been a member for 20 months. We appreciate you. We are missing Kello. You could say that again. They are so missing a Kello Witherspoon. It's not even funny. Only took me 50 minutes to grab a swig of water. We've been rolling here. The super sticker from Michael King, my buddy. Appreciate you, man. I know I was busy today, but I saw you had sent me something about Jackson Dart because I didn't want Jackson Dart, and you did. He looks good through the first game. I just don't know how long he's going to hold up running the football like that. But anyway, what was I going to say? Okay, yeah, so let's get into the game. Took us a bit to get here. I was just answering super chats for the last 50 minutes. You guys are insane. I love it. All right. Rams win 27-20. What did we take away from this game? What happened in this game? Well, here's the thing. The Rams pass protection is an issue currently. Avila doesn't play, ends up being Justin Diedish. Diedish didn't have his best day. He's not really great in pass protection. Good run blocker. The Rams' run blocking was legit. Okay? Tossing guys left and right. Kyren Williams just has his way with this defense in this game. 5.9 yards per carry. One of the best games I think I've seen from Kyren, just because even when things weren't there, he was finding ways. So the Rams had the run, and they only ran the ball 26 times for 102 yards. 9 carries went to Blake Corum, only 13 to Kyren. Stafford had 4 carries. Kyren only had 13. So I had an issue with that. The run game's going. Everything's good. They didn't run the ball nearly enough. And the same could be said about the Colts and Jonathan Taylor. But that said, didn't run the ball enough, but the running game was there. The run blocking was there. Pass protection was not there. Stafford was sacked 3 times. That's the most all year. He doesn't get sacked. He gets rid of the ball quickly. He had 123.5 passer rating, 375 yards, 3 touchdowns, 29 of 41. He was sensational today. And I have a feeling when I go back and I watch the film, I'm going to think he's better than what I think right now. He was great. He was fantastic. So anyway, pass protection was not great. That will be better when Steve Avila comes back. I have no doubt about it. The receiving room, not a very diversified receiving room until Tutu Atwell catches the 88-yard bomb. But Puka Nacua, 170 yards, 13 of 15, touchdown. Devontae Adams, 4 catches on 6 targets for 56 and a touchdown. Tyler Higbee, 2 catches for 25. Colby Parkinson, 2 catches for 17. Kyren, 3 catches for 17. Jordan Whittington, a catch for 7. Davis Allen, a catch for 0. And 2 catches for -5 and 2 drops. Blake Corum. Kyren had a fumble. They gave it to Kyren. I would say that was Matthew Stafford. He was giving it to him up here. So I just said Stafford has a sensational game. I do think he botched the handoff. I wouldn't have given it to Kyren. I don't think Kyren ever had the ball. To me, if the exchange was made and then Kyren was hit and he just lost the ball, fine. I don't think the exchange was ever made. If you look at the replay, he's kind of just not, he doesn't even have the ball, and the ball's given him, like right here. So I thought the exchange was bad. On the defensive side, really liked what I saw from Cam Curl today. This, to me, was Cam Curl's best game as a Ram and it's not remotely close. Cam Curl was sensational. He made 2 huge interceptions. He had 3 pass breakups. He was awesome. He was actually tied for the lead on the team in tackles as well. So I thought he played very well. I thought Kinchins played well. I thought Landman played well. I thought Jalen McCullough had some really key solo tackles, things that just kind of fall and people don't really talk about. Byron Young's chase down sack on Daniel Jones was impressive. I thought Jared Verse blew the game up. You got to get that fumble recovery. I know they end up winning anyway. But the point being is Jared Verse went around the arc. And there was a little bit of a hesitation. And the reason being is because, and I compared it today to Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners, how he's going for the home run. What happens when you're selling out to hit the home run? You're more likely to strike out. Well, Jared Verse was willing to give up some time, so there's more of a chance Daniel Jones hit the throw he was trying to hit late in the game. However, he was going for what I would call the home run at his position, the forced strip sack fumble. And that is what he did. But there's a reason. Because Daniel Jones has good pocket awareness. He has good pocket presence. He was getting rid of the ball quickly. He keeps his eyes downfield. He's much better than he was with the Giants. But the thing about Verse is that in that moment, he knows at this point in time, a sack isn't enough. If I'm able to get to the quarterback, I need to tear this ball out. And you can watch him reposition himself around the arc, and he makes sure he sees where Daniel Jones' hand is, and he makes sure to go and attack it. He swipes his hand, knocks the ball out. You have to get that fumble recovery because Verse just sold out, got the home run. Now you have to recover. I thought he looked really good. Jared Verse was great. I thought Byron Young looked really good. I thought Kobe Turner was great. I thought Braden Fisk was great. I thought Poona Ford against the run was great. Quentin Lake, he's been playing like a maniac. My biggest concerns reside in the secondary. And at secondary, I hate saying that because safeties are balling. The Rams have one of the best safety rooms in all of football. But cornerback continues to be a mystery. You're still feeling the effects of Noah Witherspoon. Like, I thought Darius Williams, nice TFL that he had. Quentin Lake had a nice TFL as well. But I will say, I didn't see a lot of Tyler Davis in this game. I was surprised. It didn't feel like they really utilized him much at all. Kobe Durant was fine. Right now, Emmanuel Forbes, you're seeing the rawness of Emmanuel Forbes. Let's not ignore the fact that Adonai Mitchell, okay, had a touchdown that would have taken the lead, would have been a huge swing in the game, and he just dropped the ball. He absolutely destroyed Emmanuel Forbes. I'm not out on Forbes, but let's remember what Forbes is. Forbes is an incredibly raw and incredibly talented player that was cut, a former first-round pick in his second year in the league. He was cut. So he's not there yet. He's not there yet as a guy that you can 100% trust. That's Forbes. And now he's having to play some serious snaps. In addition to that, Darius Williams, he's your CB4. Now he's thrust into a role. Right now, the cornerback room has been a little disappointing. Truthfully. Did I think they'd step up without Akello? Yes. I thought they'd play a lot better than this. I haven't been overly impressed with the cornerback room. Adonai Mitchell goes for 3 catches, 96 yards. You give up a 75-yard explosive. Forbes is going to get better. I agree with you entirely. Forbes is going to get better. But Adonai Mitchell, let's just be honest here, cost him 7 points. He had the score and just dropped the ball. Untouched. Tyler Warren was an issue over the middle. Now that's more of the safeties playing more zone, taking advantage of the soft zone. Then you have a guy as strong as he is. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Like, maybe I'm a little bit harder on the corners, but I wouldn't say that they were that bad. I would just say plays like what happened with Adonai Mitchell and some of those lapses in coverage and some of those like dink and dunk first downs, that can't happen. But at the same time, the Rams defense did a nice job holding them to 4 of 12 on third down. The Rams out-yard them 462 to 333. The Rams averaged 6.6 yards per play to the Colts 5.9. The Rams had 360 passing to the Colts 248. The Rams had 102 to the Colts 85. The Colts had 11 penalties for 88 yards. The Rams had 7 penalties for 63 yards. Carl Sheffers just throws a lot of flags. So, I mean, the Colts, I mean, they were holding. The Rams were holding. Like, Diedish got away with holds. The refs, if the Colts won the game, I would not have blamed the refs. It wasn't like the Eagles game, where you could argue, you could make a legitimate argument. The Eagles game wasn't lost because of the officiating, but it definitely put them in a position that was easier to come back. But yeah, Carl Sheffers is ridiculous with the penalties and everything. I don't know why. He just is. The Rams won the time of possession battle, by the way, and they won the turnover battle. I mean, Daniel Jones threw 2 picks, and, you know, the Rams forced a fumble. So yeah, you know, that's the thing, man. All in all, though, they got a fumble too. Unforced error. Well, no, I don't want to call it unforced error. I mean, you did hit Kyron Williams. I just don't feel like he ever possessed the football. But the point being is, right now, what are the biggest concerns I have for the Rams? Well, the biggest things I'll take away that are good. I think everything's good. Everything's good with the Rams right now, except for the fact that they need to work a little bit more on the play calling. They need to diversify the passing attack versus the run game. They need to diversify the passing game and who's getting targeted. And the cornerbacks need to play cleaner. Now, this week, not going to be easy for the 49ers, because as far as everything goes, it looks like they lost Jawan Jennings. Jawan Jennings got banged up in that game. So I don't know if he's okay. I don't know what happened, but I saw him get hurt on the hospital ball Brock Purdy threw at the goal line. So I don't know. And then Pearsall's hurt. So I don't know what happened there. He felt some instability when he hit his knee. That doesn't sound good. Demarcus Robinson returned from his suspension today. So just in time to have a revenge game at SoFi. But yeah, I mean, the 49ers are Christian McCaffrey, who's not even a good running back anymore. He's just a really good receiver. Christian McCaffrey can still make you pay as a receiver. He's just not a great runner of the football anymore. But as a receiver, he can make you pay. Ricky Pearsall was coming into this game. He was 3rd in receiving yards. And he had 4 catches for 46 and early on, and he gets hurt and he leaves the game. So there's that. I just think, I don't look at this 49er team and say, oh, the Rams need to be worried. Like, it's a divisional game. Anything can happen, sure. But I feel really confident about this game, guys. I do. Pass protection needs to be better, no doubt. But 49ers are banged up. And at some point or another, like, we got to stop with the whole, 49ers are unlucky about how often they get hurt. How are they unlucky? At some point or another, we have to call a spade a spade. This is what I was tweeting out. The 49ers are not just unlucky. They either get players who are not very durable, 1, or 2, they have players that they overutilize. So it's the overutilization by Kyle Shanahan. Or 3, And this is a chance that all three of them could be in play here. But number three, your training staff isn't that good. It isn't unlucky to have this many injuries, to lead the league in injuries every year is not unlucky. It means that you have an issue and you failed to address it. If it's the guys that you go after, that's on you. If it's the guys that you hired in your training staff, that's on you. And if it's the guys in the coaching staff that are overutilizing and running these people into the ground, that's on you. Hey, we love that. Taylon Kinney, Rock Chalk, yes. Needed some good news after Kansas blew that game against Cincinnati. Oh, my God. Oh, man, if the Rams lost like that, I was going to lose my mind. But, yeah, that was huge. It sounds like Kansas basketball is going to pick up some other guys, too. They're in really good positioning right now. Appreciate you, Jayhawk V2. Melissa, talking corners, how about Tariq Woolen? Heard rumors. I think it's fair to ask. However, my thing is that I'm not trying to make the Seattle Seahawks a better team than they already are. I'm not trying to give them, if he's not being utilized, I'm not trying to give them picks for a guy that they don't even utilize, that I know would be forcing the Rams to pay a premium for. I'm not trying to do that. So I gotta be honest with you guys. I've never liked Tariq Woolen. I think he's very undisciplined. I think he's a great athlete, but I think he's very undisciplined. And there's a reason why Demarcus Robinson put him on a damn poster last year to end the game in his house. So I'm not I appreciate the comment, Melissa, and thank you so much for the super. I'm not a Tariq Woolen guy. I see AJ Green in the comment section. Give me AJ Green. I think you absolutely gotta start looking AJ Green's way. He had a great preseason. He had a great joint practice. He was going up against the other team's ones. He was doing a nice job. Give AJ Green, a guy with length, a guy with size, a guy with physicality, a guy with athleticism. Give him the opportunity. That's what I would say. Yeah, I'm not a big Woolen guy. I mean, Seattle would probably be undefeated if Woolen wasn't on their team, to be fair. Love Josh Wallace, and the Rams love Josh Wallace, but Josh Wallace is the backup to Quentin Lake. He's really a guy that they feel like can play in the star, but is not going to be on the outside. So yeah, Aaron, I know. I've been hard on the corners because I think they cost him. I didn't like the tackling effort. Did Forbes learn his lesson from last week? Because tackling high just led A.J. Brown to get way too many yards after the catch that led to them taking the lead. But it's one of those things, man, where it's like, if you don't tackle high, if you don't try to rip the ball out, if you just try to make the tackle, well, right? So, I don't know. But y'all, you guys have been awesome. We're definitely going to do some more stuff throughout the week. I want to get some content out before I leave for LA on Wednesday. I always love doing these. A lot of fun doing these. Really appreciate you guys. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I am planning on giving away a Rams jersey for anybody that subscribes to the channel. So I'll probably announce that when I get back from LA. That's probably what I'll do. The Ravens game. I think we'll do it the Ravens game. That's when I'll announce it. So you still have plenty of time to get in on it. But yeah. I love Martin Emerson. I appreciate the super chat. Here's the issue with Martin Emerson. More of a slot corner. He can play inside outside, but he's more of a slot guy. That's not typically what the Rams need right now. Because Quentin Lake is that guy. So more of a slot guy, not really a fit, and injured. I'm almost positive Martin Emerson suffered a season-ending injury. I could be wrong. Now I'm curious. Yep. Oh, dude, he tore his Achilles in July. That's awful, man. Right into a contract year. You got to feel for the kid. That's terrible. I mean, no, I don't think 2026, I don't know. I don't think so, because I don't think he's going to be there. He's probably going to stay in school. But I don't know. I'm not getting the vibe. Like, I feel like the Rams are going to go after Havenstein's successor and go after a corner. I could be wrong, but that's just the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, but that's appreciate the super, Hector. Appreciate the super, WSG. Jake, you called the tutu throw. That I did. So, guys, real quick, just want to remind you guys to like, subscribe, comment. If you enjoyed this, definitely be sure to hit subscribe because there's more like it. We won't have, I don't know what it'll be, the post game after the Rams 49er game because I'll be at SoFi. But yeah, I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but we'll have stuff, obviously roundtable on Tuesday. And Jesse and I will do a behind enemy lines episode as well, previewing the game. But yeah, man, I'm really excited. Really excited to see you guys. Really excited for the rest of the year. The Rams look really good right now at 3-1. This is a legit team, no doubt about it. WSG. Dad, in your opinion, what is the best big trade deadline the Rams could do before the deadline? Deadline deal? Maybe Denzel Ward, but that depends on how bad the Browns are. I don't know if he'll be available. Yeah, it's hard for me to say. That's a great question. I guess we'll find out. I would probably say, because it would be a corner, maybe they go interior offensive line and somebody big becomes available. I don't know. But yeah, if it's a corner, Denzel Ward would probably be the biggest one that is maybe possible. A Green Substance, thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate you. All right. So that said, just a reminder that Sleeper is indeed, I don't know what just happened to my screen here. There we go. Sleeper is indeed the sponsor of the video, of the live stream, of the hangout. And you guys can get in on the action. Link is in the description below. Using the code JKB, it's going to get you a $100 deposit match up to $100 when you use the code. And for anybody that's trying to call their shot, we got games tomorrow night, right? So tomorrow night, you got the Jets in Miami. You got a doubleheader because for whatever reason, they still think that doubleheader Monday Night Football games are the way. And I hate to break it to you, but they're not. The Jets and Dolphins tomorrow night. If you believe, let's say, put your money where your mouth is. If you believe that Devon Achane is going to score a touchdown, that's something you can play on Sleeper. You can put more or less, right? If you think, for whatever reason, if you think, let's just say, Jake Browning is going to throw 300 yards against the Broncos defense in Denver, hey, I did say to stick to your guns. And if you want to do that, you definitely want to go over to Sleeper and do that. Because takes are nice, but when you have a chance to make money off your takes, well, that's even nicer. So, guys, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to comment, be sure to check out Sleeper. Promo code JKB, sponsor today's video. And I will see you throughout the week. Appreciate you hanging out with me. It's been fun. You guys showed up and showed out in a big way, and I really do appreciate that. All the super chats. it's been a lot of fun. So really appreciate the support. A Green Substance, been a member for 41 months. Appreciate you, OG. But yeah, a lot of fun. And yeah, that's all I got. Great win, Rams. Obviously, can't wait to watch the tape, get into the nitty gritty. But for now, the Rams are 3-1, and no one can take that away from them. 2-0 at home. And good news, they got another home game on Thursday. You get Rams football on Thursday. You don't have to wait until Sunday. Rams, 49ers. It's going to be a banger. Let's go. And I'll see you guys soon. Later, folks.